Hello and welcome back to SpriteGuard Plays HyperRogue. We are continuing on one of the longest adventures we've ever had. Not quite the longest, I think episode 2 was longer. But we're having a great time and we are looking for a desert now. I also have on my notes that we should go check out the minefield and see if we can get the orbs of friendship spawning. But I'm not sure this is the right time. I think I want to do that after we ride the rock snake. So first we're just going to look for a desert and not really worry about anything else. And we're getting lots and lots of teleport charges. Our orb spawn rates are so good at this point. And let's see, and now we've got an orb of time. And let's see, that is a land of storms. I still haven't spotted a desert. Oh, there's one. That of course doesn't mean we hadn't seen one before that. Now we can't use the gate trick in order to reduce the amount of traffic from the Land of Eternal Motion. Let's see, I guess we're going to be forced to use our Orb of Flash. And now we're just going to head into the desert. Let's see, Orb of the Mind, that's very useful. And so our Orb of Time is going to do good work for us. And just let us kind of not worry about charges for a little while as we gather up our treasures. Now, do we want 10 or do we want 25 here? I think 25 is a bit tough. 10 is very easy. And but we're kitted out for 25. You know, we have a lot of gear, we have a lot of teleport charges. We have quite a few mind charges. And let's see, where are we at? Oh, looks like we have 8 spice. So let's keep trying. Let's just keep working at this. We can use thumpers as a distraction. They will draw attacks from mobs that are not immediately adjacent to us. And of course, all of these kills are going to increase the treasure spawn rate. And apparently it doesn't take a turn to hit a thumper, which I did not realize. I kind of just casually, oh, no. Well, this is why we have teleport. I did not realize that was a dead end. So we have shield spawning. Shield, it's shield. We don't need an orb from here. What am I doing? The orb of the shield is not particularly useful. So we do not need 25 treasures from here at all. But we do want the Orb of Domination. It's pretty rare. And so it's pretty unlikely we will see one and be able to ride a sandworm. But, I'll keep my eyes out, and the main thing... Aha! Here is a Red Rock Valley, but because the Orb of Domination is so rare, we actually want to find a crossroads. Luckily, there's one right here for us. And, oops. There we go. I'm not liking the looks of this. I'm not liking this at all. It looks like we're going to get pushed away. So let's drop into that Orb of Safety. And yeah, there's a Red Rock Valley right here. So now we're going to orb up and make our way alongside the Red Rock Valley. And the main thing we're looking for is an Orb of Domination, but we will pick up other gear along the way, because that will just give us more survivability. Orb of Storms is... it's somewhat useful. And we can bump up our teleport quite a bit, though I believe I have lost track of that Red Rock Valley at this point. Oh, that was Orb of Thorns, not Storms. That's fine. I wonder, does stabbing these guys... okay, it stuns them and does 1 damage, just like everything else. But yeah, we have a Red Rock Valley right here, so we don't care about finding our way back to the other one. Let's grab some Flash. That'll be enough charges for us, and some more Mind. Very good. Good things are happening. No. Golems are not useful for us right now. Because we don't want them... you know, they're just going to get in trouble. They're just going to cause problems. And so, really, all we're looking for now is domination. Of course, time is extremely useful. And we're going to try and keep our teleport charges, you know, very high. We don't want to cross borders. We want to actually be careful not to cross borders, because I don't know exactly the rules with borders, but I have had borders drain all of my charges in the past. So it looks like we're going to use our Flash there, going to be forced to use it. But the teleport we won't get forced to use. There's... oh, that's an Orb of Luck. And the Mind also we will not be forced to use. I don't actually know what the Orb of Domination looks like. I mean, I know that we have looked at it, and I remember it being red, but beyond that, I don't really remember. What's that? Oh, Orb of Nature. Another good ranged orb to have to kind of... this could actually help us preserve the Orb of Flash in situations... no, this is actually an Orb of Flash situation. Well, okay, so we can do that. And then we can try and withdraw along here. There we go. So that worked, but it looks like we're going to be forced to use the Orb of Flash eventually here. Oh, no! But the Ivy can only stun this guy, so if we flash him, that gets rid of him. And it looks like we still have quite a bit of Ivy left. And let's see, speed, not... oops, I right-clicked. I actually have a tendency to do that a lot. I tend to, like, right-click accidentally really, really often. So yeah, I don't want to cross a border because I don't really know how that affects charges. So we can't attack spaces that are immediately adjacent to us. That's another Orb of Luck. There we go. Misclicked a little bit, but that's fine. So, okay, so we do have 25 Dragon Scales. So that much we're not worried about. So we cannot actually hurt the rock snakes, even still. And this is why we have the teleport. Because that was, I believe, a game over situation. I don't think we can flash the rock snakes. And I have to remember that they are extremely fast. We have to be careful about that. Looks like that one is not able to get to us anymore. Still have not seen an Orb of Domination. And there's the last of our Ivy. We're just going to let that guy push us over toward this Red Rock Valley, and then try to escape him. That's Flash. Flash is a good thing to have. And boy, there's a lot of stuff after us. So that's the risk of the Crossroads Type 4. Is that you get a lot of heat from the other lands because there's no gates. And so now we have actually left our Red Rock Valley behind. So we just need to move around randomly until we find one. And I'm going to, you know, as much as possible, use tricks to preserve our flash charges. And there we go. Already right back to a Red Rock Valley. And the giant ivy is just so fun to play with. Orb of Life. We can get some more flash charges, though we're at such a high level of flash charges, it's kind of becoming diminishing returns. I don't think we can actually even... Yeah, even the flash doesn't hurt these guys. So let's get some teleport in order to deal with them. And once again, we've kind of been pushed away. We can stun that guy, but we have to escape him because stunning him doesn't do anything. I mean, it does something. It stuns him, but it doesn't get rid of him is kind of what I was thinking about. So Orb of Time is on our side. That is a mirrored land. And it's all around us, which means we're very, very close, if not in it. But, yeah, it's just, we're just kind of having one of those days. Nothing's quite working out the way I want it to. And so, you know, we're just basically grinding at this point. We're just trying to find that perfect combination of things. And so far, you know, maybe we've passed it and I just haven't seen it. But the Orb of Domination is turning out to be just extraordinarily rare. And so we're not finding it in the, you know, in the place that we want it to be in. We use the flash there and then recharge it. Oh no. Alright, there we go. I wanted to get that teleport, and I didn't want to leave it behind and let the rock snake kind of go around it. Because Orb of Teleport is really the best at getting us out of trouble. You know, the flash is really good for that. Won't save us against 2 rock snakes, though. Here we go. There's the Orb of Domination. So we're going to fight these 2 guys off. Grab the Orb of Domination. And get right on top of it. And there it goes. It is wandering away. So we want to actually head it over this way. And we're going to do a little experiment. We're going to try to trap this rock snake and see what happens to it. So there we go. It turned to stone, which is what I thought. And so now we can climb up here. And we can gather up some treasures. The orb from this land is actually really, really fun. Now, I don't know what happens when you kill a miner. Oh, it moved everything down a tile. So that's cool. I love those little interactions like that. And we still have 45 charges of domination. If we see another rock snake, we can probably use it to do some good things. Yeah, it looks like we can probably connect up a bunch of stuff. So now, yeah, let's crash it in here. And its body will actually block in that other rock snake. And so this will give us access to a lot of treasures. So I want to check, where are we? 8. So I'm only going to go for 10 here, because it's such a dangerous land. See, if I wait here, we can fight these guys in order. There we go. There we go, okay. And then we can gather just a couple more. One more. There we go. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess around with it. We're just going to head out of here, and it looks like there's a crossroads right here. And so, once again, our adventure is going incredibly well. And I think the next thing to do is to crash a sandworm and see if that blows us up. Because I don't actually know if the explosion hurts us. And so we want to find a desert now and basically do the same thing of, grind for an orb of domination. Who knows how long this will take. We might end up just saving and quitting at this point. Depending on how long it takes us. But, yeah, that's kind of the next thing on the agenda, is to, see what happens if we blow up a rock snake, or a sandworm while it's under us. And so we're just going to be on the lookout for what we need, and just going to be grinding once again. So today's been, a little bit of a dull day, I think. I feel like, we've been not doing much and not talking about much. And that's something that I would like to try to avoid in the future. I kind of went into this a little bit rushed without as much preparation as I usually like to do. So next time around, I'm going to, try and prepare a little bit better. The reason that I'm actually a little bit unprepared today is basically immediately before I started recording this episode, I saw a post by the video game store that I follow on Facebook. And it's a local video game store called Pink Gorilla that specializes in old games, cartridges and stuff like that. And they posted that the International District Fair is today, which I had not remembered. And that's something that I always really like to go to. And so I was immediately like, okay, when do I have time today? And I saw, well, I have time right now and basically nowhere else because I'm meeting some friends for dinner. And so I decided I was going to record right away and see how it went, and just no preparation, which is how I used to do it all the time. But now it's kind of, I want to do better, and it's something that, I have. Yeah, let's just drop into that. So, one of the things, when I started out this channel that I had in mind that I've always wanted to do is kind of bring you all along, not just the process of learning the games, but also the process of learning how to Let's Play. And, sometimes my interest waxes and wanes, my commitment waxes and wanes, but right now I'm kind of waxing. I'm going into another period where I'm very excited about making these videos, and wanting to make them better and better. And so I want to look at when I make mistakes, like going in completely unprepared today, wanting to, acknowledge that, figure out what I can do better, and try to make an even better episode. So next time, we're going to go into the minefield, and we are going to get the Orb of Friendship, and we're also going to look out for an Orb of Domination near a desert. I'm not going to commit to that the way that I did today with the Red Rock Valley. And we're going to I'm working on a checklist. We've completed the main big objective for this run, and so now I'm just continuing to work down my checklist. We're going to be going after more interesting orbs. We want to go up the Ivory Tower to unlock the Endorian Forest. And I think we need 5 more ivory figurines for that. And once we have that, we can use the Orb of Energy to grind up even more orbs. And so then we're going to look for a Camelot, which I believe requires a Crossroads 1. So once we have that, we're going to just grind up a lot of orbs and just mess around with them. And I think that's going to be really fun. So that is all in the future. Until then, thank you very much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.